Hello Cancer, welcome back. We are here to do your update for September. If I have a coughing fit, you're going to see me taking my jumper off because I've had a flu for a few weeks, which potentially could be ascension symptoms. But we're going to get into the energy, okay? So for those of you who don't know, I'm Yildiz from Yildiz Readings 5D. I have been tapping into the astrology and obviously growing in my knowledge of it. What would I say? I'm not a complete astrologer. I'm getting there. But we're also going to look at the two moon phases and then cyclically tune into how these placements are going to affect you this month. Now, if you are wanting a personal booking, you can go to the link that is directly below. I'm pulling the cards ahead of time and I'll say a quick hello and a shout out to everyone. And hopefully the rest of the videos will be done very shortly. I'm plowing through them. Now, your first house activation coming up for the Pisces moon. Yes, okay. So, the Pisces moon, although it is deemed as the 12th house, so it's our intuitive mind, our subconscious mind, hidden resources, all of those subject matters are going to come up. Although for you guys, it falls in your 9th house. Now, your 9th house governs religion, education, foreign countries, and travel. So you can potentially be looking at, especially with Jupiter physically going direct, as of the 1st, you're going to be looking at the movement in those areas. You know, what are your belief systems? Have they shifted? What you've learned so far, where you need to upgrade your energy. Could be tapping into movement, where you'd like to be, and your ability to do those things, and what the 3D notion is of those hopes and dreams and beliefs versus what the direct reality is. What would need to occur for that energy to shift? It's interesting because you do have a card that's purple coming up, and I picked a gemstone / chakra energy coming through for this month of September. And the one thing that was coming through very heavily, which I didn't really stop to tune, I just thought, okay, amethyst, they're not very dark, but I'm using them to channel. The purple energy is coming through for the first moon phase, which is the Pisces moon, and it happens on the 14th, depending on where you are in the world. Now, your crown chakra, you're getting the downloads, but as I mentioned in the previous video, before I unfortunately had a coughing fit, the 12th house is our subconscious mind. Purple and amethyst is linked to our crown chakra, our downloads. There is a potential with us being quite dense in the 3D at the moment that we haven't completely had time to hear the downloads and trust in it, and that can be because of the Neptunian energy. But the Virgo moon and the Virgo frequency coming through from last month is still getting us to itemize, finalize, get things in a neat order, check in with those areas. So for 2 weeks, especially moving into that energy, we're leading up to that point where we're going to have some revelations and understandings. It's asking you to focus on your priorities. Now, it's really interesting that this has come through. And, okay, interesting. Bear with me. I'm going to pull 2 more cards. Now, some of you, very separately, your work environment can be keeping you quite busy. So you have been unable to, of the last, it could be several months, really be able to tune into these areas. And suddenly they're coming to you in a light bulb moment. And I'm hearing work because the card I pulled is a work-related card. Let go of judgment. Now, your belief systems in your spiritual sense with your religion, because we can do the religion as what are your belief systems? What values are you holding? What conditioning is there where, you know, you have been operating from a particular channel and then all of a sudden you've had this light bulb moment. So interesting you've got that. And you've shifted perspective. Now, all of a sudden I feel you may have a little bit more downtime. Now, universe can force your hand. Force your hand in a sense that, you know, if you become unwell, you then gain time, especially connected to your work environment, to actually gain that perspective. Now, my rising is Cancer. I do have Cancer in my chart, so Look at me. Same thing happened. A lot of time to meditate. And I do know a lot of Cancerians. So, you know, if you've had ascension symptoms or you've been super busy on the 3D and all of a sudden you've had a little bit more time, the reflection and the download is coming in a sense that you're getting the download now, yet you're having time to actually feel that energy. Now, the 2 cards that's come through in this area, you got Pelican, let go of judgment, okay? And I'm going to read the card that I pulled for the Pisces moon. Focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. All work, no play, okay? And look, all work and potentially not having enough time to have the meditation. Look at her holding the light, going, oh, I've been missing some things. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. I feel there's been a lot coming at you where you guys and I feel this is longer than a month, okay? This feels longer than a month. That it was necessary, but now it's getting to impact point. That you're looking at things and you're going, oh, because you're getting the downloads, right? So you're getting these aha epiphany moments and you're going, wow, I've been so busy, I haven't looked at X, Y, and Z. Retrogrades do that as well, and we have been in that transformation state for 4 to 5 months. We also will on the 1st have Uranus going retrograde. Now, Taurus for you guys, bear with me, is your 11th house. Now, your 11th house does connect in with your friends, clubs, associates, and aspirations. So potentially you're going to be tuning into how those direct influences potentially are changing or needing to evolve. And that's to January 10th, okay? They could be impacting this domain. You know, your hopes and dreams, are they manageable? When you're in the thick of the 3D and you're living life and you're getting things done, it's because you need to get things in order. But then we tap back into the slowdown process, and that slowdown process gives us the ability to check in with ourselves. So in a way, it's really healthy that we have retrogrades. We don't look at them that way when we're living through them, especially certain planets. But with the retrograde, it's giving you the time to see the flaws in the plan. Now that you've had, and I'm seeing a window, there's a window that you're having to get the download. Purple, okay? Ego versus crown, and I'm seeing these 2 energies, looking at the 2 paradigms and going, okay, regardless of what I thought in a religious sense, in a belief sense, in an education sense, those plans, be it short or long, are they attainable and manageable and even believable with the dynamics going on? Is there something I need to shift in order to help that alchemize? Now, letting go of judgment, it's like forgiving yourself that you can't make the world a perfect place. Forgiving yourself that you have needs. That maybe your needs versus the 3D reality of a situation is not the same, okay? So it's causing friction. Now, as the clarification card coming through, and I'll have to pull a chakra card, you have spirit of air, but it's in reverse. So it's no longer up in the air. It's occurring on the 3D, right? So it's like you've had this download and you're like, okay, I maybe had a vision of what X, Y, and Z would be. And now suddenly I'm seeing the reality of a situation and I'm going, it's not quite what I thought it would be. Maybe some of those hopes and dreams and beliefs are old and outdated and now shifting. And I'm going to pull chakra card for that. We'll see what chakra, and I feel it's really weird energy coming through. There's a lot of heart chakra activation. I'm going to bloody cough again, I know it. I think I'll open the window because while it's cool, it's so much nicer. And I mean, you know, when you're not well, you're in your basics, and it's probably going to be so bright now. Where's the... What did I look at? You're just going to have to see me take my jumper off soon, I know it. I'm going to breathe through the energy. Okay, what chakra card do we need for Cancer for the Pisces moon? You can't make it up. You got the download, okay? And I did say amethyst. They're not super dark, but I'm channeling through amethyst. You've had the download of a reality, of a belief system, of what you've learned now, and you're getting the download. And you could be linking in with someone connected to a foreign country. Your job could be connected to a foreign country. You may wish to travel. How can this move? How can this shift? You're looking at this. And it's interesting. Some of you might have been saying 177, 777, 111777. That's what I'm saying. With this, yes, something has to change, but you need to trust in the fact that there is a shift happening with this energy. And I will hyperlink this into your read with your finances, your career. Okay, your next house by the Libran moon, what is being activated is your 4th house. Now, your 4th house is the physical foundation, domestic issues, endings, parents and home. And in researching with the astrology, any of you who have been, and we're going to focus on the romance house as well and your career sector with finances, that's coming shortly. These physical foundations, endings, parents and home. Your chakra cards home. Okay, this could all be going on at home. Now, it's interesting because when you look at the card, it looks like Christmas. Do you see the little bonbon lights in the background? Home is supposed to be a place where you feel nurtured, grounded and anchored. And it can be you've been working on that. And there has potentially been dynamics going on. Now, there is a complete shift that will be occurring this month with you guys. If you get the download, and you know something needs to shift and there's something directly you can do it. If there's not, and it's falling down, let it fall down and choose where to put those blocks. Shelter, safety, nurturing, warmth. Interesting, because next year is a vibrational number 4 year. The card is number 4. The eclipses that we went through in July are still playing out every month. So if you're wondering what house that was, go and look at astrology and have a look, or look at your chart. Get a reader to actually look at that. I haven't quite got to that area yet, but it will directly impact you for 6 to 12 months. The card you've got for this is you are a healer, but you're changing. We can't heal other people if we can't heal ourselves. Now, this energy needs healing. It's psychologically potentially affecting you. It can be in a domestic sense, something needs to end. It can be a parenting role. It can be your parents. It can be an old energy, as well as a home-related environment. Something is shedding its skin. How that looks after the fact, and it's interesting because your clarifier card is shapeshifter. Something hasn't changed. So something needs to change. And I'm going to pull another one on it. Okay. What is the advice for Cancer connected to the 4th house? How are we all? Not coming out. Okay, you've got Psi in reverse. I'll show you upright. It's in reverse. Now, something that has stayed the same, connected to a home environment, connected to your psychological foundation, domestic issues, endings, parents, home, needs to change. But your belief is it can be fixed, but we can't fix what's broken. We can just come to it from a different angle, okay? Something is shedding its skin, but it's you, okay? It's not the situation, it's you. Also, what's coming through is shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. Now, the card's upright, okay? You're wanting to have more downtime. You're wanting to have more relaxation time. You are very family orientated, but your home and the environment is your frequency as well. So if you're not sensing that frequency, yet you're wanting that frequency, something is shifting, okay? It's not a happy situation. It's something that is looking bothersome, maybe making you uneasy. And, you know, when you got base chakra, it's your family related dynamics. And the nodes being in Cancer and Capricorn, it is very much connecting to our work environment and our home and tribe environment. So it's, yes, it's falling in the Libra and Moon. It hasn't got to the critical degree point, but, you know, Libra's making an interesting aspect, so we're going to keep that separate. Let's get into your career sector, and then we'll shift on to your romance house. But there's a foundational related issue changing. This can be in any point in your life, but I'm feeling it's more connected to home and work because we did pull an employment card up. What is happening? That one's loose. Okay. Cancer, September. Okay, clarification cards. Your first card you have coming up, cooperation instead of contemplation. It's in reverse. This can be two things. That other people around you potentially aren't actually cooperating, okay? Because it's the domestic thing. And it might be you're not seeing eye to eye with the situation, either at work or your work environment is, you know, extending to, in general, there's a foundational related issue tipping off. So you've got cooperation instead of contemplation, and it's in reverse. So there may be a lack of cooperation going on at the moment. It might be you're feeling stubborn, or you think in general everyone is not seeing things the way you're seeing it. It might be that you had become unwell, because facing a shadow can actually be an energy, especially with the crown chakra, around your crown chakra activation. And considering Pisces collectively is the 12th house, we can, when we've got a spiritual blockage or a heavy dynamic going on, become unwell. Very natural. Immunity runs down. Whatever's going on where you're having this download, facing your fears about this distorted energy is pausing you temporarily to see the bigger picture. But it's a different picture now because something's transformed. You're then feeling you need to get ready and prepared for something. And I'm going to read the card. It's organized for success. In any retrograde, we gain clarity. We see the flaws in the plan. Saturn will be going direct as of the 18th, okay? And it's near the supermoon. Libra is going to be a supermoon. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way of you ensuring clarity of purpose. I feel it's been quite mixed as to what expectations were on you or expectations were on other people, and the whole dynamic. So it's affecting many areas of life that's become imbalanced, and the moon is going to trigger that into fruition to see what needs to shift, be it it's done by Saturn, universe, source, the father figure, or be it directly occurs from you taking direct action. Organize your thoughts, your reports, your living, your workspace, your finances will help you. Know and plan your next step of action. Something big is coming up that's going to shift your whole world. And it's in everything. And it really did come through. And I wrote a note on it. Relationship triggers clearing up. Now, relationships are in every domain. You know, this can be with our finances, with children, with family, with kin, with work. You're going to be grateful if you do, because you're getting the download. If you've been guided to do something, trust your intuition, please. Your next card, visualizing abundance in all forms. Again, it's, you haven't had time to do that. You've been in the thick of it. So it might be you're still in the thick of it, really trying to proceed forward, and that not being the only thing you're working on right now. This can be to do with past tense karma or other people's energy, and you feel you're doing something wrong. You're like, what am I doing wrong? Am I not seeing something correctly? You might be taking this quite personal. It could be old energies that you're tying up. So, you know, you haven't yet finalized some of these bill scenarios. It could be money-related dynamics or your belief about money. And so you're not seeing why there's a blockage, and it can be a belief system where you're accepting something at a lower frequency, which is directly impacting your forward movement. Yeah, you need to shift the channel, okay? Shift the channel onto it. And I do feel by the second week, this is where your energy is going. So you'll be in your crown chakra, which is not 2-3 day. So you don't tend to see too much movement forward. It's meditation over reaction. There could potentially be reactions coming through, both at work, home, you know, your sector of your belief systems. It's shifting and changing. So you're having a little bit, you might be up in your head a bit more. That's what I'm saying. Gratitude list in reverse. Again, there's dramas going on. You're seeing it. You're wanting to have a more pleasant, and you're losing your cool. There you go. So you could be losing your cool. You're like, it's an unmanageable situation by the Libra moon. You've reached that consciousness. You're like, something needs to shift, because your house of psychological foundation, domestic issues, endings, parents, and home, that energy is going to come up. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. So it could potentially be, and I'm going to pull, is that card there? Yes, it is. I'm going to leave that, and we'll hyperlink your work into your romance house because it's happening. I'm seeing the Tower, okay? But it's necessary, because this situation of what's going on, now the Tower doesn't have to be, it can be a lightened load all of a sudden. It can be a bill being paid off. It could be something as simple as, you know, you get a pay rise, or you get a new job. Something to that degree is shifting, that's lightening your burden. It can be other people actually taking responsibility where it is theirs to effectively smooth out the foundation of a home-related dynamic that's impacting you in other places of life. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. And again, we've got the purple coming through. So you know it's going to happen. You intuitively know. Being a Cancer, you are connected to your intuitive energy, and you are very much governed by the moon, but you are also at an emotional level, an empath level. You've got that energy, and your third eye will be quite sensitive. So you can get headaches, but you also you're more going to be in that energy by the Pisces moon, because in general you're a Cancer. So your heightened psychic abilities are going to be higher. Okay, what is the clarification card? I'll read the card to you. All your good personal work and positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles. The blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress. I'm feeling this is you guys. Shift in perspective. Seeing something for what it really is. Accepting it. Finding forgiveness, because you had forgiveness above. You will now experience progress and forward movement with all your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So something is going to shift in that area, but I do very much feel it's your perspective of what is needing to be done. Initially, you may not feel, okay, some external to you will be like, what the hell are you doing? Others of you might be feeling, I don't trust. I'm not trusting this. Why the hell am I doing this? Oh my God, I'm doing it. I can't believe I'm doing it. You're making a major decision. Some of you might feel a little blocked leading up to that. Now, if you don't take direct action and you feel you're needing to, and it's on your side of the fence, with your employment, with your finances, with the domestic psychological foundation going on in your life, what you're going to find is Saturn will actually assist you with this occurring, but don't get scared, okay? It's to give you what you energetically are entitled to. It will balance everything out. No more complaining. And I mentioned this last month. Complaining about complaining is still complaining. Many times we feel there will be a consequence for an action. And I know this come up for me. We were talking about this yesterday, Sula and I. And it's like sometimes, you know, you can be right, another person can be right. you can be balanced, but an external situation may be imbalanced. So you're trying, you've got the empath aspect where you understand, but you also know that there's a consequence for a reaction, but it's not a punishment. For every reaction, there is another reaction. So it's the tapping into that, but you have no control over that. You can only have control over yourself, right? Rising your vibration. It's like, look, I'm rising above this BS. I know what I want to do. I know what I need to do. Getting back on track energetically. I swear they're going to call again. If they do, I will pause and I will do part 2. I have a plumber coming. I have a plumber coming. Yeah. I'm hearing that this is impacting your career and your finances. An external situation is making your energy at work feel yucky, or anything you're working on. Engage higher reason. It's in reverse. It is an external energy. It's causing the foundation to be faulty. It's actually impacting you. It can even be impacting, you know, you feeling free flowing, moving forward. We're going to get tucked into your romance sector. Okay, now your crowning energy, interestingly enough, you have the Lovers. This could be a partnership that is a very deep soul connection. This is your crowning energy. This is on your mind. Or it can be that you're just wanting a very meaningful connection. You won't settle for anything less. You do feel the spiritual connection with the person. Now, at the heart of the matter, there could be triggers due to situations, and this is what's going on in your heart. It may be a bit of a push and pull energy, and I'm going to pull a clarifier on it as we go. What card should I use? I think I might pull a chakra card for the crowning energy. What is going on with the energy of Cancer in love, in romance? Yeah. Interesting. Guidance, support, love, signs, and direction. Again, you've got it in reverse, and it's interesting because I'm seeing the wheel as a cycle, a karmic cycle that hasn't ended. You don't quite know how it's going to go. You know what this connection is, but at the same time, yeah, you need to know how this is going to be. Unbelievable. You need to know how it's going to be. Now, in their headspace, they want this celebration. They want this connection. External, they're looking at the situation and they're like, something needs to end. Something needs to come down. It's falling down. London Bridges is falling down. Your partnered energy, your counterpart energy is really up in their head, right? But I feel they know. They already know this is coming. They know it's a matter of time and it's coming. They're tuning in. They could be a Pisces or a Cancer, obviously with the psychic card, Scorpion, but don't get into the energy of what zodiac sign there is. They're operating from the 12th house. So this potentially can be the first 2 weeks. They're looking at their psyche, their abilities to see and perceive what's going on. They're trying to understand, but they're using their crown chakra. You potentially, you know, you could be loyal to a situation in your mind. So your energy of your beliefs is, this is my role, but it's going to be good. It's going to be great. But this is what you want as well. You want something in this connection romantically to have a celebration, to reach its point. External, you're looking at something that doesn't need to end. You're looking at situations around that are impacting it, and you know and sense that you are seeing things falling down. They're looking at things external, and they feel there's too much going on, that people are overindulging, people are overcompensating, there's excessive energy and potentially toxicity around. Let's pull a clarifier for the Tower, and I'll have to ring this person back after and then block the number. Yeah, you're waiting for this. You can see you're waiting to see where this is going to go. And this is for cross-watcher. Cancer, you guys, you're taking no pleasure in seeing this. You're actually quite disgusted by it. This could be just I don't know why I bother. Some people are stupid. If they call one more time, I'm going to be screaming at them. Peace, love, and light. The Virgo moon caused some sense of uncertainty, okay? Both of you are feeling like it's robbing your happiness. It's affecting you. You're trying to be very, you're grabbing the facts, right? You're trying to grab the facts. In your heart, Cancer, you want to be free of this BS. You're like, I just need to be free, but I need a balance back in this situation. I need the freedom to be me. You're trying to release the pain body experience, and I'll pull a clarifier on that. Yeah, you're tired of it. You're like, I'm not entertaining anything that's making me unhappy. Somebody from the past may be actually trying to communicate with you or offer you something, but you want this to come to an end. You're invested in a situation, and again, it can be children. It could be a person from the past, but you're looking at that and you feel like you're living in two worlds. Again, the sevens are coming up for you. You know they're your enemy. You don't trust them. So this is a person that's spinning a wheel. I feel this potentially could be a karmic, but there could be for some of you children involved. For those of you who are in a partnership, it can be family-related dynamics and things that you're doing. Could be an employment offer. But you're also seeing how the foundation needs to be changed of these scenarios around you in order to get the balance. But there is a shift. Now, your partnered energy feels their curse. They're like, God, when's this going to change? Can I be that person? Is this going to mesh? Is everything going to be okay? Can we move this to the next level? They're fearing it's not going to. They're concerned. External, they're looking at life and seeing that they're really needing to have more balance in life, and unless this happens, it's becoming problematic. And again, the outcome for this month for you guys, they know that if this balance can come, they're going to be happier. They know something needs to give in order for this balance and this connection to come. Both of you are scared of losing each other, and it's due to these external dynamics going on. Okay, this person doesn't want another person. But they also, both of you don't want anyone else, but you also know that it could potentially be affecting employment. It could be that something's not working and something needs to give. The camera is so slow. Okay, what advice do we have for Cancer? If they all are in reverse, no, they're not. Okay, there's a lot of jealous people around you at the moment. You can see why they're reacting the way they are. You've got way too much on your plate, both of you. You've got this card in reverse. Both of you have way too much on your plate. Your partner can't do any more than they are. They're watching this happen. You've made too many sacrifices as well, or are unable to. This situation at the heart of the matter is something that is lingering that needs to be healed. But you also see the amusement in it. Because you know it's going to shift, but at the same time, you're trying to use comedy to heal. Okay, this is affecting your career. Strengthen your gifts. It's in reverse. You're like, yeah, you got too much going on where you're going to realize with the Virgo frequency coming through from last month, what you need to shift in order to get the balance. Now, I'm going to come back after I deal with this person. And the next zodiac sign I shall do is Capricorn. And hopefully they don't call me again, because this morning's been very interesting. If you do want a personal read, you can go to the link below. I'll try and do an update during the month, and I'll talk to you later.